Hi Aries, and welcome to your horoscope for April 2025. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. My horoscopes are based on the UK time zone, and please watch them in this order: for your rising sign first, then for your sun sign, and finally for your moon sign. So I'm going to break April down into 4 weeks, and I'm going to pay particular attention to what the moon is doing, how it moves through your chart, which houses it sits in and when, and how that's going to influence you here in April. Okay, so starting with week 1, Tuesday the 1st until Sunday the 6th of April. On the 1st of April, we have the moon in Taurus, and that sits next to Uranus in Taurus in your second house of money. So the 1st of April, even though it's April Fool's Day, is a great day for you in terms of finances. There may even be a windfall where you get a surprise, as in extra money comes in. There are great opportunities for you to make money. So if anything occurs to you that says, hey, this would be a good business idea, make sure you pay attention to that on the 1st of April. It's really likely to pay off. Then the moon moves on the 2nd and 3rd. It goes into Gemini, the sign of the communicator, and it joins Jupiter, the lucky planet, which also sits in your third house of communication. So anything that requires you to present yourself or to present ideas, that's going to work really nicely for you on the 2nd and 3rd of April. So if there are job interviews that you can schedule in, do it then. If there are public presentations that you want to make or you can make, try and schedule them for the 2nd and 3rd. You'll come across very well. Your ideas will fall onto kind of fertile soil where they will grow into something that is positive and creates plenty and abundance and prosperity in your life. So anything to do with communication on the 2nd and 3rd is good for you. If you're a writer, if you're an artist, if you're someone who produces content, these are the 2 days to do it. Then on the 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got the moon moving into Cancer, and that goes into your 4th house of family. It joins Hades and Mars. They're both in Cancer as well. And on the 4th of April, the moon reaches its second quarter, so it's waxing, it's getting bigger, and it's growing in size on its way to becoming a full moon on the 12th of April. So the moon rules Cancer, so it's very happy in that placement. But with Hades and Mars sitting in your 4th house, there may be family situations or family issues that you may have to deal with. You may be reluctant to do that on these days, but if you devote yourself to them, if you say, okay, let's say, for instance, a family member needs help moving, and I don't really want to do the heavy lifting and help them get cupboards up the stairs, whatever it may be, you'll be able to do a good job, and also it will work in your favor. You'll get a big thank you for it. It'll be appreciated. It'll be recognized. So in this first week, the moon only covers 3 houses. It starts in your 2nd house of money, and it ends in your 4th house of family. So we're at the very bottom of your chart, and it has to do with your roots, where you belong, your family, your home, the domestic sphere of your life. So at the very beginning of the month, think about how you create an income for yourself, how you can create more wealth and abundance. Then the 2nd and 3rd, what is it that I can communicate? It also means, I suppose, then, with it moving into Cancer on the 4th, 5th, and 6th, that if there are things you need to express to family members, if there are secrets you're holding on to, or if there's something that you want to explain and clarify, I would say the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th are all good days to have those kind of sit downs, to have those conversations, and to make sure you're back on the same page with family members you care about. Week 2, Monday to Sunday, the 7th to the 13th of April. On the 7th and 8th, the moon is in Leo, and it's in your 5th house of what you love to do, but also who you love. It's passion, it's romance, it's relationships. So the 7th and 8th are great as far as romantic relationships are concerned. If you're single, it's a good time to go on dates, to meet new people. Also, on the 7th of April, we have Mercury, the communication planet, going direct. So when Mercury is retrograde, there are often issues with communication and transportation. Expect zero issues in that area. So again, it's a good 2-day period to present yourself, to put your best foot forward, to come across in a way that's really attractive to other people. Plus, you have your transiting rising sign in there, 3 degrees in Leo. So a formal displays of who you are, job interviews, public speaking, they're great on the 7th and 8th. But on a more personal level, romantic relationships, starting those, it's a good 2-day period. But also, if there's something that you absolutely love to do, if you're a keen mountain hiker, or if you're a keen if you like to work with wood, or if you're a creative person, the 7th and 8th are really a good day to spend with your passion projects and to really enjoy doing those and to get a lot out of it. Then on the 9th and 10th, the moon goes into Virgo, and it goes into your 6th house of health, daily routine, and the structures of your life. So the 9th and 10th are good for you to get your health in order. So if you've been thinking about a new diet or starting a different way of exercising, the 9th and 10th are really good for that. Also, if you need to sort out your calendar, if you need to get your schedule in order, the 9th and 10th will allow you to do that very easily. And if there's anything that needs kind of fixing in your life, if you need to sort out the bills or the overdraft or the bank accounts or anything along those lines, organizational considerations are going to be easiest to deal with on the 9th and 10th. Then on the 11th, 12th, and 13th, the moon goes into Libra, and it goes into your 7th house of relationships. And it is what it says on the tin. These 3 days are good for relationships, not just really intimate, close relationships with family members, but relationships with anybody. So your colleagues, friends, acquaintances. It's a good day to network, to make new friends, to make new connections. On the 12th as well, we have Venus, the planet of love and beauty and romance and creativity and money and abundance and prosperity. That goes direct. So from now on, from the 12th of April, it's a great opportunity to start new relationships, to start new businesses, to have a conversation with a potential business partner, and then to actually get started on the project. So from the 12th onwards, expect fewer issues when it comes to your own perspective on what you love and what you're interested in, and who you want to be working with. On the 12th as well, we have a full moon in Libra, and that happens in your 7th house of relationships. So Aries, for you, the 12th of April specifically is a great day to start any kind of new relationship and to bring someone into your life who's going to bring positivity into your everyday experience. And whether that's a friendship or it's a new romantic relationship, try and go outside of your regular comfort zone, do things that are out of the norm for you, connect with people you wouldn't usually connect with, speak to strangers, talk to people, strike up conversations, take the initiatives in that regard, and say, I just want to open up to a new person. It's likely to serve you in a very positive way. So in week 2, the houses the moon covered, on the 7th, it was in your 5th house, and then it ends up in your 7th house. So again, it's covering 3 houses. This is on the right-hand side of the chart. It has to do with love and romance and passion, relationships particularly, but also getting your life organized. So the second week here in April, you're able to get on top of things. Your perception of what you love returns to normal, and you're able to build structures in your life which support that and expand those kind of things. I have more people in my life I'm friends with. I have more people I'm interested in. I am going on dates, or I have them in the calendar. I have them planned. Week 3, Monday to Sunday, the 14th to the 20th of April. On the 14th and 15th, the moon is in Scorpio, and it's in your 8th house of institutions and authorities. So anything that needs doing as it relates to taxes, anything to do with the government, any discussions that need to be had with your employer, the pension people, if you want to negotiate your salary, you'll be able to make great progress there. And the good thing about this being in Scorpio, Scorpio is a water sign that's able to dive beyond the surface of things, and it's very difficult to have the wool pulled over your eyes while the moon is in Scorpio. If someone is trying to bamboozle you or tell you untruths or to present things in a way that says, oh, well, we wish we could do this for you, but it's not possible. The company only has a certain amount of finance available. You'll be able to challenge those kind of comments, and you'll be able to overcome them and make sure that you are truly invested in what you want to create and that you get the outcome that you're looking for. On the 16th, 17th, and 18th, the moon goes into Sagittarius and it moves into your 9th house of travel, education, and the higher realms. So that's really what it is about, the 16th, 17th, and 18th. If you have the chance to go visit new locations, please do. You'll be really motivated by that. If there's anything that you're interested in, start reading up on it, start studying it. You'll get a lot out of it. And also, if you're trying to have a spiritual breakthrough or get the answers to big questions in life, what's it all about? Why am I here? What is my life purpose? These 3 days are days that will reward you for asking those kind of questions and opening up and exploring and going on adventures. You'll find something that gives you added meaning. On the 16th as well, we have Mercury, the communication planet. It ingresses into Aries, so it moves into your sign, and it's in your first house of self at 0 degrees. So Mercury in Aries is very forthright, it's very direct, it's very able to overcome obstacles, and you can rely on your own intellect to say, this is the answer, this is the way to handle this situation. So if you're working in teams or groups, make sure that your voice is heard or that you're able to lead the situation. You'll really figure things out very easily, and you'll be able to take the lead on things. And if there's an opportunity in work to really showcase how skilled you are, to demonstrate something to an audience, to present, it'll go down very nicely and people will recognize your talents there. On the 18th of April, Mars, your ruler, the planet of masculinity and drive, that enters Leo and it goes into your 5th house of love and romance and what you love to do work-wise. So again, romantic relationships are going to be more important to you from the 18th onwards. And also, you'll just have a greater sense of, I enjoy what I do. And if you find that, especially in your work, you feel like, wow, I really am not happy in this job. I really feel flat. I really don't feel like I'm using my skills and talents here. I feel like I'm not enjoying myself. Then you'll know something is off and that a change needs to be made in that area. On the 19th and 20th, the moon goes into Capricorn and it moves into your 10th house of career. So these 2 days are good to focus on your work, to get a lot done, to be incredibly productive. On the 19th as well, the sun enters Taurus and it moves into your 2nd house of money. So the sun in Taurus is next to the part of fortune and Uranus also in Taurus in your second. So the whole month of April for you, Aries, there are opportunities for something really wonderful and unexpected to happen as far as your finances are concerned. So make sure that you are open to new job opportunities, new suggestions from friends or business partners. If you're getting emails for sponsorships, make sure that you're taking those seriously. With the sun going into Taurus on the 19th, from the 19th onwards, anything to do with money or investments or buying things or selling things or the way you create an income, that's something that you're going to find easier to deal with. And the whole month, like I said, is an opportunity for you to create real wealth and to create more prosperity for yourself. So really, if that's something that you're interested in, devote yourself to it. Then on the 20th as well, we have the moon reaching its fourth quarter. It's now waning away, so it's getting smaller, on its way to becoming a new moon on the 27th of April. So you'll start to have more patience, and you'll be able to look at the details of your work, and you'll be able to put in extra time without getting distracted, and you'll be able to get a lot done, to be super productive, but also to look at the details and to double check the work that you have completed to make sure that it's accurate and the best that it possibly can be. So in week 3, the moon starts in your 8th house and it ends up on the 20th in your 10th house. So again, we've got 3 houses. This is the top half of your chart. So week 3 is really about officialdom. It's about broadening your mindset, traveling, working, getting things done, and operating in the public sphere of your life. So rather than staying home and closing the door and taking care of your loved ones, week 3 is really about working as much as you can in order to create income, to create new business opportunities, and to make it happen for yourself on that level. Week 4, or really the last 9 days of the month, Monday to Wednesday, the 21st to the 30th of April, the moon is in Aquarius on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of April, and it sits next to Pallas, which is wisdom, and Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th. So these 3 days are where you're likely to daydream a little bit and to say, what could be possible for my life? You know, what is it that I really want? What could I manifest in my everyday experience? And what is it that I'm after? What would be the best thing that could happen to me? Do I want to be in a loving romantic relationship? Do I want to have a ton of money? Do I want to create and teach an idea that's going to help and serve humanity? What is it ultimately that I want to achieve? On the 21st of April, Mercury reaches its greatest western elongation from the sun. So look for the planet low in the eastern sky just before sunrise. Mercury is a communication planet, and in Aries, it will give you direct areas of focus which will pay off. So it'll be very easy to decipher which ideas have merit and which ones don't. On the 22nd and 23rd, if you're a stargazer, we have the Lyrids meteor shower, and its best viewing will be after midnight. So the constellation Lyra is associated with music, harmony, and creativity. So those are the things that are kind of being showered upon you. Getting creative with your life, looking at the arts, looking at the finer things. And with the moon being in your 11th house, what is the ideal of your life as it could be? So you can really see it in your mind's eye. By doing that, you're creating it in spiritual truth. So if you haven't known what it is you want, what you want to manifest, what the end goal is, what you'd like to have in your life, this period, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, is great for that. Figuring it out and understanding this is what's really important to me. On the 24th and 25th, the moon goes into Pisces. It goes into your 12th house of spirituality, and it sits next to the North Node, Venus, and Saturn. And these 2 days are great to take it easy, to chill, to enjoy the arts, to spend time with people you love. If you're in a romantic relationship, if you have the opportunity on the 24th and 25th to spend as much time as you can together, enjoying each other's company, being intimate, enjoying the kind of more personal sides of life. The moon then goes back into your sign of Aries on the 26th and 27th, and it joins Neptune, Mercury, and Chiron, which are also all in Aries, in your first house of self. So these 2 days are now times to put dreams into action. I made a separate video on Neptune moving out of Pisces and going into Aries, and have a look at that separate video. It's now a time to no longer dream and to just consider what's happening, but to actually make it happen and to take control of your circumstances and to say, this is what I want, therefore I'm going to build it, I'm going to create it, I'm going to make it happen for myself. On the 27th, we have a new moon in Taurus, and that happens in your second house of money. So look out for ideas as they relate to your career, the way you create an income, the way you create wealth. And also, there may be certain ideas that occur to you that are completely unconventional and that exist outside of the norm of anything else you've considered so far. And those ideas particularly may bring you a lot of abundance and prosperity by operating differently. Now that you have different information and acting differently, you're going to have a different result. So this is a month for you, Aries. If you want to build great wealth, if you want to figure out what your hopes and dreams are, what's important to you, the planets are really helping you with that. Then on the 28th and 29th, the moon is in Taurus still. So the 27th, 28th, 29th, they all sit in your second house. So these 3 days are all about money, practical circumstances, securities, where you live, how you live, what you're able to afford, and what changes you can make around that if needed. And then finally, on the last day of the month, the 30th of April, the moon goes back into Gemini, and it joins Jupiter in your third house of communication. So this is another opportunity to present your ideas, to go for job interviews, to write the next wonderful chapter in your novel. It's a great day to get your point across and to share your ideas. So in this last week, week 4, the houses the moon covered, it started on the 21st in your 11th house, and it ends up on the 30th in your third house. So that's the left-hand side of your chart, and that's very much about you, the way you see the world, the way you create an income, what it is you want to accomplish, and how you can communicate that. So the last week of April is really about getting clear on who you are, what you want to achieve, and how you can make that happen. So I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with in April, Aries. I hope you have a fabulous month. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. To draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, that's not the end of the world. I can use sunrise, but what that means is that the ascendant and the house placements aren't going to be accurate. And there's a process called chart rectification for that, where you send me 10 or more significant life events, and I can actually work out your time of birth. So if you'd like me to do that, please get in touch via the website gregoryscott.com. I also look at the progress chart and transits to see what's coming up in future. So if you're going through a period of transition, change, and you want to know when the best time is to move or to sell a house or to start a relationship, the transits and the progressed charts are great for that. If it's around your birthday, I can also draw up a solar return chart, which shows me the themes from your birthday this year until your birthday next year. And if there's anything around moving or location, I look at the astrocartography, and that reverses this whole process. And it shows me which areas of the world are going to influence you and how. So if you're interested in any of that, please do get in touch for a personal reading. I hope you have a wonderful April. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. That helps it show up in searches. Subscribe for more videos in future. And please also share the video. That's what helps the channel grow. I also do a daily tarot reading on the channel. If you'd like to watch that, then please become a channel member. Have a great month, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.